As you know, my name's Michael Dyson. I'm the Vice President of Sales in APAC for SOTI, the world's most trusted provider of mobile and IoT management solutions. SOTI has, for more than 25 years, helped organisations manage their mobile technology. Our SOTI APAC team supports thousands of customers and literally millions of devices in many diverse countries across India and Japan, right across Southeast Asia, Greater China, throughout Australia and New Zealand and the rest of the globe. For many people, the current COVID pandemic has meant a fundamental change in working remotely has become a necessity rather than a preference. And whilst this may be a new experience for some, the trend towards remote work has been increasing globally for some years. Within the finance and insurance sectors, this transition away from a predominantly bricks and mortar business model was well underway before the events of 2020. SOTI's been providing mobility management solutions to support remote work for more than 2 decades. And we look after some of the largest businesses in the world, including Indian Postal Payment Bank, for whom we provide 24/7, 365-day support for over 200,000 users. We understand there are critical issues that must be considered when mobile banking applications are adopted, and we help financial institutions adapt to a world where mission-critical, secure mobility is the norm. Workers in many critical and data-sensitive industries such as healthcare, defence, police and even transport and logistics also rely on SOTI technology to do their job efficiently and safely. This adoption of mobility has accelerated as companies have been forced to adapt to the world as it is today. There's many benefits for those who have made the move. Companies can differentiate themselves from their competitors and provide better customer service. They can streamline their operations and reach more customers more quickly, improve the customer experience, and most importantly, they can empower their own people, enabling them to do their job more efficiently and maximise productivity. But embarking on a mobility strategy is not without its challenges. SOTI conducts a wide range of studies around mobility, and some of this research on challenges in mobility deployments is reflected here. Integration of a diverse range of applications and devices across complex networks and infrastructure has been identified by more than half of the respondents as an issue that must be addressed. Data and device security is also recognised as critical by nearly 2/3 of the survey, and almost 70% struggle to manage and support their mobile device fleets. It's significant that more than 8 in 10 of those people surveyed felt they did not optimise their investment in mobile technology. Security is an area I'd like to look at a little more closely. Cybersecurity is top of mind for many, and in the last few years, attacks on private and public organisations have been in the headlines. The European Union, as I mentioned earlier, introduced GDPR legislation to address privacy and data protection, and these rules have now become somewhat of a default standard. Many nations have introduced their own similar legislation, and the penalties for breaches of these laws can be significant, with fines and even imprisonment possible. Mobile devices, and indeed any connected endpoint, could be at risk, and for this reason, compliance is essential. So how does SOTI help with all of these challenges? Well, SOTI's technology is called the SOTI One platform, and to help me explain, let me take you on a typical journey of a customer. Usually it starts with the task of building mobile applications to help users do their jobs more efficiently. SOTI Snap at the top of this slide is our rapid application development environment where anyone can build applications in just minutes. It's a drag and drop type experience with absolutely no coding required, and building an app and it automatically works for both iOS or Android, and it can run offline or online. Now, as companies build their mobile apps, they could ask each and every user to download them from their Play Store or their App Store, but you really have no idea what the compliance level is, so there's no tracking or visibility. Well, this is where SOTI Mobi Control, our enterprise mobility management solution, provides that visibility. The visibility is critical, and the Mobi Control platform also acts as the IT team's mission-critical control centre. From here, you can fully manage all your mobile devices, whether they're iOS or Android, Windows, Linux, or even Mac OS. Managing devices means that you can configure, secure, deploy, and locate devices in real time, all of this from a single pane of glass. So you can install your Snap or any other applications in minutes onto thousands of devices silently and without the end user having to do anything. Now, users with mobile devices may, of course, run into problems, and that's where SOTI Assist, our diagnostic help desk solution, comes in. From here, your IT team is able to take remote control of a mobile device, take screenshots, record video or audio as the user describes a problem they're having, and grab device log files and much more. The goal is to diagnose problems quickly, fix them immediately, or to embed that information into a support ticket to expedite the resolution of the problem. The next circle is SOTI Insight, which provides business intelligence, which we spoke a lot about tonight, and analytics for things like battery consumption or application usage, signal strength of the device that's in the person's hand. You can see exactly what's happening in your mobile operations, make accurate predictions around things like when batteries will die before the problem occurs. SOTI Identity is all about security and ensuring that the right users have access to the right applications. Then you can get a single sign-on experience. IoT devices, we've talked about a lot tonight, also need to be properly managed and secured, and that's where SOTI Connect comes in. For example, printers play a huge role in operations of warehouses, hospitals, banks, retail stores. And if they're not configured and secured correctly, they could be a major security concern. SOTI Connect provides a single pane of glass to manage all these different types of printers and sensors that an organisation might have. And finally, we have SOTI Central. This is where our customers and partners and SOTI staff can all come together to talk about challenges they're having, hear from others, and even learn about new devices that they may be interested in purchasing. So it really acts as a discussion forum as well as a marketplace. As I mentioned earlier, SOTI's been around for more than 25 years and is now approaching 20,000 customers and more than 4,000 partners worldwide. With over 100 consecutive quarters of profitability and year-on-year growth in excess of 35%, SOTI is expanding and investing heavily to support our team and customers across India and the Asia Pacific. Along with our HQ and 3 other offices in Canada, we have offices in the UK, Ireland, Dubai, Sweden, and the APAC region in Japan and Australia. And we have 2 offices in India with more than 200 locally based staff. We also have team members across many other countries, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, etc. Our customers and partners drive us to be better. And here in APAC, we have many key clients. For retail, giants such as Coles in Australia and 7-Eleven in Thailand and Malaysia, major transport organisations such as LBC in the Philippines, Toll and Linfox in ANZ, SOTI is a major partner for their mobility journey. Healthcare customers across Singapore, ANZ, Japan, and then major postal organisations such as Hong Kong Post and Australia Post all rely on SOTI. In the Indian BFSI industry, we support IPPB with over 200,000 users. And we also work with many others, people like Belstar Microfinance, Future Generale, Uktash, and ASA Microfinance. I want to quickly take a few moments to talk about Cholamandalam Group. Cholamandalam is part of the 120-year-old Murugappa Group and is headquartered in Chennai. Their field agents use Lenovo devices, and data and device security is critical. Their agents access enterprise apps and catalogues, as well as their native vehicle, home and agri-finance applications. SOTI provides them the ability to lock down their devices to restrict unapproved uses and helps to ensure security through RHDS integration for authentication of users. We also provide location data, visibility of non-compliant, lost or stolen devices, a secure web browser through SOTI Surf, and we allow secure application publishing and the integrated scheduling for antivirus. SOTI really is a key part of their mobility strategy. So regardless of operating system, the type of device, its form factor, SOTI can support the team. SOTI manages Windows, as I mentioned, iOS, Mac, Android, and even Linux devices for all types of uses, POS terminals, kiosks, warehousing, healthcare, and even digital signage. Everything has a life cycle, and technology, of course, is no different. The key is to have a solution that effectively manages the life cycle of all your mobile endpoints, from deployment to retirement, and each step along the way. SOTI gives you the ability to configure, deploy, secure, locate, manage, monitor, and decommission a complete birth to death solution. SOTI's, as I mentioned, been in the industry for more than 25 years, and by leveraging our world-class experience in purpose-built devices, our partnerships with some of the largest device manufacturers in the world, and our dedication to supporting our customers, SOTI is with our customers all the way through their entire life cycle on all their mobile endpoints, hand in hand, each step of the way. I want to quickly take you through our flagship product, Mobi Control, which has over 6,000 features, but let me just highlight a few. Industry-leading management capability through remote control or remote view means the best possible support for users in the field remotely. Live location visibility and advanced geofencing can be key for security and safety, as well as optimizing efficiency. Multi-user mode allows users to share devices, but for each user to have their own profile and only have access to the functions that they need or are authorized to access. And our customizable kiosk mode can create a simple and efficient user interface. SOTI Assist is our truly mobile-first diagnostic help desk. You can run a remote control session, take screenshots, you can take notes, have video recording or device logs, and even do live annotation on the screen with the end user. We can then tag all the relevant parties that we need to resolve any issue with all the relevant information they need. The goal at the end of the day is to enable employees to do more, and utilising the advanced diagnostic capabilities of SOTI Assist, that's achieved. The last part of the platform I wanted to talk about tonight is the SOTI Snap platform. And a lot of organisations talk about app development and digitising traditional pen and paper processes, but app development can cost thousands of dollars and take many months. So what do most organisations do? Well, they stick to traditional processes quite often. But these paper processes that even exist in the most complex environments is why we created SOTI Snap. SOTI Snap, as I mentioned, is a drag and drop development tool where you can rapidly transform traditional paper-based processes in minutes. We've also built some very sophisticated logic by leveraging Blockly technology to create more advanced applications. It's not that organisations don't want to eliminate inefficient processes, they just often don't have the bandwidth. I want to show you a quick demonstration of the difference SOTI can make for supporting field users. All it's about is being able to fix problems that occur faster. This user is having a problem with his application, and so he contacts his help desk and tries to explain that his application isn't functioning as he expected. The user explains to the help desk operator, and the help desk operator asks the usual questions. Have you turned it on? Have you turned it off? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? But invariably, they spend a lot of time asking questions, typing information in, and the result usually is the same, and that is that the device needs to be swapped out so that they can work out what the problem is. In contrast to that, when you have the SOTI One platform installed, what the real situation is that the help desk operator would now take control of the device remotely, activate the application that the user's been talking about that they're having the problem with, and physically, as you can see I am now, remote control that device. So we know that this application the user in this example is using is from our SOTI Snap portfolio. So we enter the SOTI Snap program, and we know that in this case it was the Rocket Fruit Stand this application user is having the problem with. So we'll go into the Rocket Fruit Stand application and see what he sees. It's not a difficult thing to straight away see that we've got an error where there's a missing icon or an image that should be there, but also he has a calculation problem with the maths on this application. He enters 1 into the missing icons section and the calculations are clearly wrong. We know at this stage we have to create a ticket, and so what we do is we now leave the Mobi Control remote control and we enter our SOTI Assist platform. Immediately you have a ticketing system that has got all of the information from that remote control session downloaded into the device and into the SOTI Assist platform. We can automatically take a screenshot of the device, and that can be saved also in the ticket. We can advance that by not only taking a screenshot, but we can now do video recording of the device. So we can turn the video camera on that field device, and we can even, with permission, turn the audio on the device so the user in the field can explain what the problem is they're experiencing, and we can record that information and embed that information into the support ticket. Having this ability is a great way to be able to expedite the resolution of any problem that's being experienced by the user in the field. That recording, we then stop that session, and that recording will automatically become part of the ticket, as you can see. Further to that, we can do things such as annotate on the screen. So we can access and allow the user in the field to draw on the screen and tell us exactly what it is, or show us exactly what is the problem. In this case, of course, it wasn't hard to identify, but in some more complex issues, it may be really a benefit for the user to be able to show us and draw on the screen and tell us what the problem is they're experiencing. Additionally, here to the missing image, they're going to be able to show us that the addition calculation is incorrect, and that when they come to the total at the bottom of the page, the maths simply doesn't add up. This information is available then to the help desk and available then to the developers of the application to be able to fix the problem as quickly as possible. The help desk operator can also annotate on the screen. And here that we're just putting a box around the challenge or the issue that's happened in the calculation, and that information is then clearly available. And once again, once that's done, we can save a screenshot of the device, and that is again embedded in the ticket so that the information is there for any developer who needs to take the steps to fix the problem. There's lots of other things we can do in the platform, such as taking information and a snapshot of the status of the device at the time. So what the battery life was, what other applications were running, what the RAM usage was, all of those sorts of things that may be beneficial in resolving the issue. In addition to taking this snapshot, we've also got the capability of downloading the device logs directly from the device. And pesky developers often want to know everything that's happening on the device and everything that happened on the device in the lead up to the incident or the problem occurring. So once that information is available, fixing the problem becomes easy. As you can see, this is a really comprehensive tool that gives you a great chance to diagnose problems quickly and clearly. As this application that we were showing is in and from the Snap applications we developed, I'm going to quickly show you how we'd actually fix those problems. So this is the Snap application dashboard that you can see. And what we're going to do is we're simply going to take and add an image where that image is missing. We're going to drag and drop the image from the widgets that are available, and there's many options that are available. But in this case, we know that image is missing, and we'll drag that image, and then we would go off to our files and download the correct image. We also, though, can address the issue that's occurred with the maths. So we need to be able to modify the calculations that are being done by the application. We use our Blockly technology to do that, and by entering into the Blockly technology, we can edit the existing setup in the Blockly technology to modify the calculations to ensure the right outcome. Once we see that we're inside the Blockly, which is again drag and drop technology, no one needs to be a coding expert to be able to fix this problem. We can identify that the second line of this structure has got a missing decimal point, so we add the decimal point, and we can simply fix the calculation by adding that decimal point. We save the changes by clicking OK, and then we go back to the platform. Once we update and save those changes, it's as simple as running a preview to make sure that what we've tried to achieve has been successfully done. We can run that preview, and we can see immediately that, yes, the image is now correct in the application, and when we add one banana, we get the correct 99 cents, so our calculation changes have been successful. This is a very, very quick demonstration, but you can see the capability of then being able to publish that application change to 10,000 users or 1,000 users instantaneously. I trust that this brief presentation has helped to highlight just a few of the key benefits to be gained from adopting a mobility-first strategy with SOTI. I also hope we've been able to illustrate some of the challenges that need to be considered in managing a mobile environment and how SOTI can help in meeting these challenges head on. Whether your mobile users are in a car or a truck, a hospital or a bank, in the field or simply remote from the office, supporting them requires a comprehensive mobility management strategy. Regardless if they use a smartphone or a tablet, rugged devices or a PC, the SOTI One platform can help address any challenge you may face. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for this opportunity and invite you to chat with our local SOTI team, headed up by Mr. Dinesh Kumar, in the BFSI virtual booth. And I thank you very much.